How's it going, everyone? I'm Sir James, coming at you guys with another lightsaber video, and today we're going to be taking a look at a different variation of Kanan's lightsaber, more specifically color-wise, that TXQ decided to do. Before we get into it, just want to let you guys know that I did acquire my lightsaber on NSabers.com, and if you are interested in this version or the original color variation of a Kanan saber, you can check the link down below. That link is going to give you access to my discount code where you guys can go ahead and use to get yourself a little bit of a discount on whatever you purchase on NSabers.com. Do keep in mind that by, of course, using my link, not only do you get a discount, but I also make a few bucks as well, and it goes towards supporting this channel and me being able to review cool stuff like this to share with you guys. So let's go ahead and get a closer look of this hilt. Now, for those of you who don't know, TXQ tends to sometimes, not all the time, they'll take a version of a hilt that they've done in the past and they might do something a little different. In this case, they took Kanan's lightsaber, which they released originally in its original color scheme, and decided to release it again, but this time in this really sick looking blue and black color scheme, and I really like the blue in which they used. Now, do keep in mind that when you first get this out of the box, there is some minor assembly required, and what you're going to have to do is that this particular handguard ring here is something that you're going to have to add out of the box. It's pretty easy to do. The top section comes apart, but do keep in mind it's not like a quick release mechanism like Kanan's is in the show. Just be aware of that. Now, this will use a 1-inch blade, just so you are aware, and uses a total of 3 retention screws already provided in the box. The control box here, of course, is going to be where the buttons are located. It is a 2-button setup, and this is the Profi version that I'm reviewing, and I'm reviewing it exactly how it comes out of the box. Well, of course, with the minor assembly needed. And there's some light up components that these will initiate, and we'll showcase that here in just a bit. And of course, it's got a little D-ring here at the end. Here's the back section with the grips. That's just a little screw if you guys were kind of curious. But overall, it's a very nice looking lightsaber. Now, I know not everyone is into different variations of existing hilts. A lot of people prefer to have it in its original color scheme, but honestly, I really dig the blue and black on this one with the goldish copper. It's kind of a mix between the two. I've been painting some Age of Sigmar models right now, so right now I played as the Stormcast Eternal, so I've seen way too much gold this past week. Now, of course, if you guys were curious, the chassis is removable. You're just going to go ahead and remove the pommel section like so, and this pops out, revealing your removable chassis. Like I said, this is the Profi one. On the other side, you got your removable battery and USB-C charging ports. And when you pop this back in, just look where the arrows are here, and look where the control box is. Align those pieces up, and you are good to go. So before we insert a blade, let me go ahead and take this jacket off. Yes, it's the summertime, and this is a leather jacket, but I wanted to showcase one of my new jackets that came in. It's a Wolverine jacket, so pretty excited to hopefully eventually share that once the weather cools down a little bit more. But as I mentioned, this does use a 1-inch blade for the diameter. And as far as the blade depth, if you were curious, just like the original one, the blade sits in there quite deeply. In fact, let me go ahead and show you guys how much. So right now, my tip of my finger right here is going to be just at the edge of this blade. So all this sits right inside the hilt. Like I said, that's pretty deep as far as a blade goes, which is good. I mean, it's better than having something where there's not a lot of space in there for the blade, and then next thing you know, it causes issues. You know, like for example, thin neck lightsabers, there's never a lot of room for the blades to clip onto. And it's always it's nerve-wracking when you're messing with thin neck sabers, for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, thin neck sabers are cool and all. It's just not too much to grip onto the blade there. So as I mentioned, everything that I'm reviewing as far as saber fonts go is pretty much how you guys will get it out of the box As always, your packaging will consist, of course, the hilt, minor assembly required, everything that you need to use it, charge it, display it, all that fun stuff, including the blade, out of the box, and you're good to go. And of course, it also comes with some gloves if you prefer not to get your greasy hands, fingerprints on it as well. I prefer to keep the grease on it because it gives it some natural weathering, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and turn this light off and cycle through the fonts. You guys heard this many times. I had plans on changing the saber fonts prior to this review, but I kind of got sidetracked with the passing of one of my animals last week, and I haven't really been in the mood for it, so I'm trying to go past that as best as I can. But let's go ahead and fire this up. I have no idea what font that was, but that's the first time I heard that one. I've been messing with these for a while. That was kind of trippy. But like I said, you do have the lights in there. And if you guys are curious, are the side lights programmable? Unfortunately, they are not. They're just going to be whatever it is that they are when they light up.
I was meant to be new. I was meant to be beautiful.
Let's see if this will cycle back to that previous one.
Gene C.
Nope, it's just going forward. Sometimes it'll do that, sometimes it won't.
Luke Skywalker. I am told it is the dark saber.
We're going to go ahead and start with the white one. I'm kind of curious to see how this will look with the white blade. Nope. Yeah,
I'd put that on ice if I were you.
There we go. I forgot sometimes just to control won't initiate until you first activate it and go back. Now this blade, I'm using one of my older blades, so I'm kind of giving it like an icy white. It's kind of looking nice with the blue and black here.
You are fighting against the blade.
I tend to do that.
Cal Kestis.
Now here it is with blue on blue. And then we go to the overall pretty nice. Like I said, it's exactly the same as the previous version that I reviewed in the original color scheme. It's just an alternate color, that's pretty much it. But if you guys seen that video, you guys already know I like what TXQ has done. Again, unfortunately it doesn't have like the quick release mechanism that some people might want for a Kanan saber towards the top like he does in the early portions of the show. But at the same time, maybe some people may not care for that function, but it still works nonetheless.
Anakin.
Now, in my opinion, because of the black, I feel one of two things happening here. For one, because of the black bodywork here, I feel like over time, if natural scratching were to occur, especially on the black sections, I feel like it's easily going to show where it starts to scratch and scuff. Or if you're someone who wants to weather it up yourself and add natural weathering and scratch and scuffs, then you can do so just going along the edges, and I think it's gonna pop out quite a bit. So if you guys were kind of curious.
General Kenobi. Kenobi. Remember, a Jedi can feel the Force flowing through him.
Yeah, the only thing I feel flowing through me is the intensity of the heat right now in this room. Because, like I said, for right now, since it's the summertime heat, as soon as I turn off my air conditioning just to start one of these videos, it's like having an oven on preheat, and it's slowly raising the temperature until it's ready to start cooking. So we're going to cycle through a couple more fonts and then of course go off with a conclusion before I wrap up the video. Let's go ahead and go to...
Tell me, is this training?
My training? No. Always training in the universe we walk.
I know. There's no other way out.
Still got it. Let's see here. I'm just checking on the little gribblies and stuff like that, because anytime I swing the sabers and stuff, if there's like any like little add-ons or gibblies and whatnot, I always check to see if stuff comes loose as I swing, so I could kind of mention it. I'm noticing a couple of things, but we'll touch upon that in just a minute. Now let's see, for the color switch, it's either top then bottom, or bottom then top. Nope. Oh, there you go. So you hit the bottom first and then the top. It's a little finicky just because of the way the button system is on the particular control box here. But as you can see, you got your color cycling there as well. So you can cycle through any color that you want. Let's go this pinkish color, why not? Nope.
You know nothing of the Jedi!
Alright, how do I lock it? Oh, okay, so to initiate color change, hold the bottom and then top. Like I said, it's a little finicky, so you're going to kind of have to use 2 fingers possibly. And then to lock it, press the top one, you'll hear a beep, and it's going to go ahead and lock it back into place. Like I said, we have this pinkish color now.
You've killed enough!
I haven't killed anything just yet. And I didn't think that joke was funny.
Angel and plasma.
There you go. Some pretty epic. Something about that sound is satisfying. Oh, that was pretty satisfying. Kind of gave me a little bit of a Metroid vibe. Maybe that was what it was. Alright, so before we wrap this up, just want to kind of go over a couple things that I noticed while swinging the saber around. So it's something that you should be on the lookout for. Whether or not you want to remove these parts, maybe glue them down. I don't know if removing the parts might affect anything. Let's see here. No, actually I don't think so. I mean, just removing the screw, I wasn't sure if there's anything behind this that it might be holding. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So yeah, as far as this hilt goes, the only thing to be on the lookout for if you're planning on using it is just for the little gribblies here. This front one here, this larger one, it's just a screw on. It's not holding anything, so you could do a little bit of glue if you want, just to lock that in place. And the same thing with the little gibblies on here on the side here. There's 2 right here on the left hand side, and there's another set of 2 completely on the opposite side. But other than that, everything else was pretty much solid. Handguard was locked in, you know, when you first install it, which is simple to do because there's a little groove there. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I would recommend just a little dab of glue, lock those into place, then I think they should be fully secured. Other than that, beyond that, again, it's Kanan's lightsaber. It's just a really cool alternate color scheme, and let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Until then, I thank you guys for watching, and I do thank you for your patience as well. We got some more cool stuff coming in, lightsaber stands and all that fun stuff. I got a few other neat sabers here. We got Soul Saber from Star Wars Acolyte. We have Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber here, also done up by TXQ, which I'm pretty excited for that one. And there's a few other ones I got coming along the way and all that fun stuff. But like I said, thank you guys for patience. We're back to our somewhat regular schedule. I mean, I don't really have a schedule. I try to push something out each week. But like I said, if you guys are interested in this one, or the original version of Kanan Saber in terms of color scheme. Like I said, you can use my link down below. It will give you a discount. I make a few bucks as well. Until then, always remember, may the Force be with you.